All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Predicted 23 versus North Melbourne. It's going to be an interesting night for selection on Thursday with a few injury niggles, and naturally, when you're 8-2 coming up against a side like North Melbourne, potentially you can imagine we're going to make some changes and maybe some debutants perhaps, but it's important not to undermine North Melbourne, but for the purpose of this video, we have to be pragmatic and consider the opposition that we're going up against and factor in where we're at, players who are available, player age, and who is impressing and who's been knocking on the door for an extended period. So let's start. Let's start with the unavailability. So forwards, where I shooter. Shooter's out for another week due to the concussion issue. So we'll leave him down here where you can see him. Darcy Moore is his return to training but non-contact. He's an assess. He's to be assessed, I believe. Let's double check that. To be assessed okay, Darcy Moore is an assessment. So we'll leave him here for a moment. And then Dan Houston as well is dealing with a calf cork. He wasn't at training today, so we're yet to know whether he will make it to the first bounce on Saturday night against the Roos. So we'll leave him there. Now, who are our mainstays? Well, Billy Frampton has been really good. I think I need to bear with me. I'm going to get rid of that and do this. Okay, we're going to have to do that. Frampton, do that. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to quickly bang, 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 bang. All right. So Frampton, mainstay. Jeremy Howe has been pivotal. Just keeps building on his games at his age. What is he doing? I don't know. Josh Stakos, severely underrated game on the weekend, if you want to call it that. I think we saw something that was just present for 4 quarters on the weekend, and it was his ability to mop up at ground level and recycle for us, or recycle. We'll call it rebound. Rebound is probably the footy term. The ability to rebound through his ground ball gets in wet weather. He was playing with a dry footy out there. Who else do we have? We have Quaynor. We did the analysis video on Q, and we saw all the 1%ers and his work rate, particularly his ability just to get from contest to contest as a defender. I think that's his greatest strength right now. I think gone are the days where we were hoping that Quaynor can be this 2-3 intercept mark per game type of guy who gets 20, 25 odd disposals. In saying that, he is finding the footy a little bit more than what we've grown accustomed to over the last 12 months. Who else do we have? Brazzy. Does Brazzy go skipper or Nick Dacos if the skipper in Darcy Moore is not available? If I had to bet, I'd say Brazzy. Come on, it's the Brazzy Maynard Cup against North. How are you not making Braden Maynard your captain against North, the team that wants you so badly? Just tease him. Just tease them. Make him captain. And then in the other corner, we have Pez. The Pez Master. The Pez Meister. Let's get rid of these again. Yep, clear. Oop, no, we need you. And we need you too. Sorry. And then we're going to do this again. Bang, 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 bang. All right, sweet. Moving into the wings. Now, this is where it gets interesting, right? Who was on the wing? It was predominantly side bottom. So side bottom played in the midfield because we wanted to give Jack Crisp more midfield time. He spent about 50% of his time in the midfield against Adelaide, Jack Crisp. So I think just by that logic, we keep that as is. Ned Long, you saw the analysis video today again, just his bone-crunching tackles, his cleanliness in the contest, and just his timeliness, knowing when to press and when not to, I think is something I'm growing to appreciate more and more. And then I suppose we'll put Nick Dacos in the middle, who has had a really good game considering he had 4 bloody Crows players on him all at one time. Had the 28 disposals, how many odd kicks he had. What else do we have? Ben says, go on, Tony. Give the people what they want. Charlie West in the forward line this week. Thanks for the donation, mate. Mate, stick around and we'll think about chucking this magnet into the first team. Just bear with me. DC, where are you, buddy? Straight in you go. Interesting. Do we give DC a rest and Mason Cox takes full ruck duties? And then maybe a Charlie West is afforded a debut. These are the variables we're going to have to fiddle around with. We'll put Pendlebury here. We know Fly watches this stream for ideas. have a look in and see what the fans are thinking, the highly qualified fans in ourselves. Lipinski, let's put him here for a moment. Okay, bear with me. Other wing. Who was that? I mean, Ed Allen was probably on the wing at some point. That's someone we're going to have to think about here. Oh God, this is doing my lid in. I need to Command Z. I need to amend this. I need to bring this to down here. That will do, won't it? Okay. Does Ed Allen? Does he go on the wing again? Has he done enough to keep his spot? That's the question I'm asking, honestly. I know he's young and he's got talent and potential. I just don't know if he's earned a spot right now. I don't know. Bear with me. I'm working through this. This is going to be tricky. I really like the way Sullivan's been going. Maybe we put him there in lieu of Lockie Schultz being not available. Di Mattia is a question mark as well after his performance in the midfield for the VFL. I really, really liked the fact that he got full-time assignment in the midfield in the VFL and was our best player in the end. He already had 24 odd touches, 18 contested possessions. Just really impressed me. He's been okay at halfback, okay in the wing, but with Lockie Sullivan and Ed Allen being in the AFL, I think Di Mattia really thrived in this. So I'm thinking, like, do we see this? Do we see? We'll put the outs here as well. We'll make him a red. I'm considering this right now. Are we saying Allen out, Di Mattia in, potentially? Let's look at that, yeah? Okay. Lipinski, I've put you over here, haven't I? Okay. Let's consolidate our forward line. We'll go Membry there. Checkers was on lighter duties today as well, so that will be interesting. West, we'll put you there. We'll put you in the consideration category. All right. Billy being outstanding. Can't not have him in your side right now. Bobby Hill, I mean, if he wants to reincarnate that Specky or Mark of the Year he had last year against North, and go ahead and be my guest. I'm not saying no to that. Will Hayes probably hasn't done enough at VFL just yet to earn a spot, I don't think. Bo McCreary there as well, who, man, he has some potential, doesn't he? Interchange. Okay, anyone here that's usually a lock? Well, Will Hoskin, Elliott. Parker was the carryover emergency, right? So he didn't play in the VFL. Does that mean he has to go back to the VFL and get some minutes in, or do they thrust him in to the AFL side? And by the way, I think Will Hoskin Elliott definitely keeps his spot, if anyone's wondering. Chris Cassette, member for 6 months, up the Mighty Pies. Here we go. Okay, now this is where it starts to get tricky, doesn't it? And we know McStay. You know what? Let's put Schultz over here because he's confusing us. All right. Okay. So, do we say Houston's playing with a corked calf? They probably wouldn't want to rest him, quote unquote, because he's had a lack of continuity. So, off the back of that, I think he plays. So, we'll put Pez here for a second. We'll do this. Let's do this. Di Mattia here. Pez here. And then Houston here. Okay? yeah, I mean, you guys will probably lose your mind if I put Houston in the back pocket, so we'll put him on the half-back flank. So he plays, all right? Lipinski, his position is in dispute. I know someone says Dimitria only played one good game. Your local espresso says too early for Dimitria, one good game. Prefer Parker. Can't go one ruck with Sherry either. We do have to appreciate that there is an all-Australian quality ruckman that we're going to go up against. So Coxie, off the basis of that, we put Coxie. Coxie only plays about 50% of the game, by the way. Like his time is severely limited on the field. I'm umming and ahhing between a Parker and a Dimitria. Dimitria's had one really good game. Parker's had some really good games on multiple occasions, plus he has AFL experience. But do they want to see what happens if they throw Dimitria into the Lions' den? That is the AFL. Let's not get too excited. Let's put Dimitria. 1 second. Dimitria emergency. Let's settle with that. Let's go. We'll park it in. I mean, you're a carryover emergency for the game. I think you get an opportunity. Rick says Parker's only played one good game against the bottom side. Dimitria had a good game against the top side. See, now you're messing with me because that's another good point. Nah, I want to see Dimitria. I'm settled. I want to see Dimitria. I've seen Will Parker. He's okay, but and I'm sure he has a spot in the club in the future. I want to see a debutant. Heck, I want to see 2 debutants. How about that? Get Lipinski into the VFL. See what some of these younger lads are about. I think there really is something. There really is something in bringing in debutants into a game where maybe we're lacking a little bit of motivation. We're 8-2. We've just come off back to back massive games. I think when you come up against a side like North Melbourne, you're looking for anything to motivate you. And if you can get fresh energy through the eyes of 2 debutants, and certainly this is warranted. Certainly this is warranted. West, Dimitria, you can sort of definitely have your qualms about that. I just, I really think Dimitria could be the one. Markov was all right in the VFL. Jath was okay. Ryan was good. Dean was best, probably second best on behind Dimitria. Cochrane was okay. Am I seeing anything else? Titch is probably, still got some more time in the VFL just to work his body into it. Steen and Smith were beaten by Nicholas Madden, who, by the way, this 21-year-old ruckman at GWS, bloody hell, he's a monster. Hayes was quiet, and then obviously these players didn't play. And yes, TJ did play in this corresponding game last year, but I don't think he's quite there. I don't think he's above Dimitria right now. It's close. It's close. You could really roll the dice on who you debut. Maybe you could debut Dimitria. Maybe you can bring back Parker. Maybe you bring in TJ. Now let's talk emergencies. If Darcy Moore is still out, then Charlie Dean as an emergency. Mousy, what's going on, Dad? And then who's the other emergency? You're probably saying Markov, right? Markov, Dean, Parker. That seems reasonable. Are we happy with that? You reckon Ryan was best on ground? I reckon Ryan was okay. I don't think he was best on ground. Like I said, I think Dimitria was best on ground and then Charlie Dean was second. Scott Drummond says, West is a no-brainer. This kid will do great things. McStay, don't even bother with him. Look, if there's ever a game to bring in the kids, it's this game. I keep saying this, I'm not undermining North Melbourne, but this is a way we can motivate the team with debutants. There's a story there. And that is the predicted 23, I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section.